Alright, so I want to continue on with the little mini-series that I'm doing of proving that Engineer is not the worst tower in FTDZ, and this time I want to show off how to utilize Sentry Champion properly in CHIMPS mode. Or for those that have been playing FTDZ for a long time, Sentry Paragon. Now I still am kind of miffed that Ninja Kiwi did change the name, but I can sort of understand why they did so. Anyway, Sentry Champion is kind of a pretty simple strategy to go for. It really is just, buy Sentry Champion and then just stack as many buffs as you can on it. As the tower does respond really well to kind of attack speed buffs. I would argue that it probably responds better to kind of external attack speed buffs more than like any other tower in the game, in my opinion. Due to the fact that attack speed buffs, like especially aura buffs like Call to Arms and Homeland, they actually buff the attack speed of the main engineer itself, meaning that you get more sentries spawn, and it buffs the attack speed of the sentries. And so you kind of double dip, you get double attack speed sentries and you get a double placement rate of sentries, which is pretty nice. And as far as I'm aware, I don't think there's any other tower in the game that kind of has that sort of interaction with buffs, so I think that's pretty cool. Unfortunately, its heavy reliance on buffs does kind of make it kind of a strategy that you kind of have to like put all your eggs on one basket. If you want to go for Sentry Champion, you kind of have to go all in on Sentry Champion. And as well as the fact that, without buffs, it's not like terrible, but it's not really too great either. I guess I would say it's okay. Anyways, let's get Engineer down on round 13. Actually, do I want NG here? I think I kind of want it maybe somewhere like where this rock is, so I think I'll kind of save and hold on to my money here. Kind of having it in a little nice central spot here, I think will be perfect. The only problem is I think saving up to then might be a bit difficult because we are struggling against round 14. Geraldo had to attack here. And around 15 is notoriously difficult. So I could use like, I guess road spikes if I need to. But I might need more than that. Maybe shooty turret? I think I'll go for shooty turret. I don't think this is a good spot for it now that I think about it. Hopefully it's good enough. No, there's a yellow leaking. Geraldo can't catch that. Alright, so what do I want this guy? I think here isn't really a bad spot. Yeah, I think here is fine. Because I think it gets a nice straight line here, as well as a good straight line there. So while it's attacking this way, it can utilize all its peers. So I think this should honestly be enough to beat this. Yeah, perfect. And so I'll get Airburst next, and once we get Airburst, I will remove the rock and place down Engineer. Now in most maps you could start with Engineer, or I guess I should say like most beginner, and probably some intermediate maps you can honestly just start with Engineer because the map is long enough. I probably could have started with Engineer here, but I didn't really like the placement of here, so I opted to go for a sub start. And sub can be useful kind of come late game because I could turn this into Energizer if I want to. Now for crosspathing and Sentry Champion, you always want 520. I don't think there's a situation in which you want to go for 502, as the extra range and Moab damage is a lot better than the kind of extra pierce as well as the kind of pin effect. Because do remember that pin doesn't affect ceramics, so come late game you're going to be seeing mainly ceramics and Moab, so pin does fall off heavily by then. Anyways, for round 33, let me just get a camel pot. But yeah, like I was saying, 520, always the crosspath you want, no reason to go for 502. Alright, Sexpert now. I know, very funny abbreviation. But anyways, this guy could probably maybe hold off until Champion. I think the next thing I'll do is I'll get Alchemist to kind of buff the attack speed for a little bit more sentries. Then go for Village, then after that I'll kind of hold on to the money to see if I need to spend any more up until I can get Champion. We're actually doing a lot better than I thought we were. We're at like 12k right now, so we are making ways towards Champion. But round 50 is coming up, which does have, I believe, it's like 2 or 3 mobs this round. I believe it's 2. And I think multiple mobs might be an issue, as well as the fact that I don't think we're going to be able to afford Champion before round 60. I don't really know if Sexpert is going to be enough to actually beat 60 by itself. I mean, we do have Jerry's Fire in Mail if we need it. So it seems like we're just going to be just shy of Champion for round 60, which is a bit sad, but I think we're going to have a Mail ready just in case. as the ceramic insides might be a bit of a problem. I'll just kind of wait and see. And it was close, but thankfully not needed, and we rewarded with champion. Nice, got it before round 63, which is perfect. Now I think the next buff I want to go for is just kind of maybe rush Homelands, as I think Homeland will probably be the biggest damage buff I will have so far, as double attack speed on everything will go crazy. And I think after that maybe just kind of going for Glue Storm. Alright, so 76 is coming up pretty next, although 75 might be sneakily hard, a lot of beasts this round. But nah, I think we're fine. So I might need to sell a Sentry for 76, I think I'll do this one. And that one. And boom, cleared it with just kind of 2 Sentry explosions. Not really sure if it was needed, but it was kind of fun to do. Sentry explosion is usually not something you kind of see utilized too much. Even though I do think it could be kind of a fun strategy to kind of do. Anyways, call to arms now, and saving up 43-2 for Homeland might be a bit of a tall task, but I think we'll try to get there. If not, if I can't save up for Homeland straight up, I think I will just go for Glue Storm. Also, 76 really got pretty far, or 78 I should say. Might need to utilize more explosions for the kind of second camo Ceram wave. But I'll just kind of wait and see. Yeah, I am gonna have to do that hope and pray that these guys actually spawn in a decent spot where the explosion covers a good radius. So let me sell this, that, and this. I don't really feel like that did a whole lot, but I guess it might have. Now 79 has a lot of Regal Rainbows, and thankfully we are able to kind of hold them back, but BFBs might block that and create a Regal farm. I'll just wait and see. Now ZUMG this round should be pretty easy. I think I will use Call to Arms just to see our DPS. Not looking too bad for the kind of brief time we saw it there. And thankfully, due to the kind of, I guess, semi-recent Call to Arms buff, it's now kind of global range, which is pretty cool. Meaning that like all sentries are going to be buffed regardless of where they spawn. Alright, let's see how we are with Call to Arms now. Let me use the ability. DPS kind of unsped up is looking like a couple hundred per second. Not really the 1k I was hoping for, but we still don't have Homeland, so that might be why. And it seems like we'll be able to afford Homeland before DTs roll in, which is always a nice sign to see. The only problem is, are we actually gonna have Homeland up for kind of DT rounds, is the thing. And we'll use Call to Arms this round just to burst down all the ZUMGs. Alright, perfect. Alright, Homeland's now in the middle of 88, pretty nice. And I think I will go for glue. Not really sure I want glue. Maybe, I don't know, I guess back here maybe? I don't want it to kind of take away from the Alchemist buff, and I also do kind of want it in the village. I think here is fine because it can slow down Cerams if they do get far. Also, Homeland now, because that round was pretty scary. Now, I do need to have Homeland up for 90, I think, as DTs might pose a bit of a problem. We don't have it up immediately, but this round does take a little bit to come in. Let's come curious to see how this is without Homeland. Ah, it's pretty easy, actually. Surprising. Anyways, I think I need to use Homeland for this round because a lot of balloons here, pretty dense. And I think round 97 is going to be a nice round to kind of check DPS there, as there's 2 fortified ZUMGs. And by then, I'll have Glue Strike up. I don't think we'll afford Glue Storm by then, but Glue Strike is kind of a nice alternative. Anyways, I think I'll use Glue Strike this for this, but I won't use Glue Homeland yet. Or I might need to. There's one ZUMG still unpopped. Actually, I think I need to use Homeland here. And we're fine for DTs, we can beat it without Homeland. So it seems like ZUMGs is what we struggle against most. Anyways, 94 has a lot of balloons this round, so let me see what I want to do. I think I need to combine both abilities. I want to use it kind of maybe as late as I can, probably. I think maybe now, because I noticed we are getting Pierce Caps a little bit. And so if we can just burst down the ZUMGs as fast as we can, that'd be nice. Perfect. Okay, so we got the Geraldo refresh, but it's not like I need it. As I believe Homeland will come up in time for DTs, I'll see if I need to use them. I'll use, I don't know, I guess Glue Strike, because why not? Actually, I need to use Homeland here, because DTs are getting pretty far. Alright, perfect. Glue Storm now. Let's see, what else do I want to do next? Maybe Overclock. I guess Overclock would be, I guess, pretty nice. I guess I should maybe say screw Overclock, because Overclock is something, is an upgrade I want to see about for next video. I guess Ultra Boost more specifically. Stay tuned for that. Anyways, 96 is a lot of RBE. I will use Glue Storm now. And then I want to see if I'm fine for ZMG. So I need to use Homeland, or is the +2 from whatchamacallit enough? Okay, it's definitely not enough. Those long line of Moabs there. Anyways, 97. I don't have Homeland up, so we won't be able to see kind of max DPS here. So I think I'll just kind of wait. I think we can kind of see it for 98, since 98 has more balloons anyways. But didn't need... Actually, I'll use some abilities to slow down here. That was a bit scary. Maybe I could go for Energizer next. I think that'll probably be the next upgrade I go for. Alright, so... I'll use Glue Storm and I'll use Homeland now. Let's see how DPS is. Yeah, it's definitely a lot faster than what kind of was before. Like a couple thousand per second. Pretty good, pretty good. I think I might need to use a rejuve this round because Homeland's gonna time off soon. Or unless we can beat the entire wave with Homeland up. Yeah. Perfect, perfect. Now, are we good for 99? Because there's 45 DTs here. Do I need to use Geraldo's Rejuve Potion? Okay, I think we're fine. We won't have Homeland up immediately for... Actually, we'll have Homeland up. Thanks, Glue, for stalling this. So we will have both abilities up for around 100, which is nice. Alright, let's use this. Let's use Homeland, and let's see how it is. DPS is looking pretty good. We will pop this, I believe. Inside should hopefully be no problem, even though Homeland did wear off. We still have Glue Strike. Glue Storm, I should say. Alright, perfect. That was pretty fun. And I think I will kind of keep going just to kind of see how far I can kind of get. But yeah, that was kind of Sentry Champion in Chimps mode. A pretty fun tower to kind of use overall if you don't mind stacking buffs on stuff. Anyways, more DTs. I'll use Glue Storm. Fortified DTs. Okay, do I need to use Homeland? I feel like we're getting Pierce capped a little bit. Yeah. So it seems that any rounds with DTs is going to be a little bit scary. So I think the next DT round is 106, I believe. Alright, anyways, that round wasn't too bad, albeit a bit scary. So I think we've kind of reached a point to where I kind of need to use both abilities every round. I definitely need to use Homeland this round because that is a long line of mobs here. I think I might be too late. Hopefully I don't need to kind of rejuve this. No. And then I might need to rejuve the fortified ZOMGs because that's a lot of them. Yeah, I definitely need to rejuve this. So let me Homeland and then Glue Storm. Yeah, rounds are getting tough now to where I need to have Homeland, at least one Homeland used for each round. This round. Do I need another rejuve? Wow, that is surprising. Homeland and then rejuve. Okay then. Maybe Energizer isn't the move here, although I'm like right there. Yeah, I'll get it just because. Hopefully we're not dead to the Cernic Wave there, thank you. But Energizer should produce a kind of big spike in damage, as hopefully you don't have to rely on kind of rejuve as much as we were. I mean, I'm out of rejuves for a while, so I do need to be careful about that. Also, Homeland's kind of last minute. Round 106 is a DT round, I believe. Like I said earlier. But Homeland is up, so thankfully, for the beginning of this anyways. So now that it's on cooldown, let me use Glue Storm, and then hopefully we can hold off Fortifieds. It's looking pretty close. It's a long wave of DTs here. That's so close. The wave was just about over and Homeland was like almost up. Let me retry last round. What if I give this guy this? And then I'll use Glue Storm immediately, honestly. And then let's see how it is. Or is 106 just death? Hold on. Yeah, we're on 106. There's too many DTs and Homeland isn't up, and I had to use Rejuves earlier. So yeah, that was that. Unfortunately, Energizer didn't really contribute much to kind of DPS, but yeah, that was fun. I think if I maybe went for Overclock over, let's say, Energizer, probably could have lasted a little bit longer, but I want to save Middle Path for the next video, so stay tuned for how to use Ultra Boost in Chimps. That should be pretty fun.